तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा गदामह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरून् श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्ता राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमां विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. This is called Kevalashtakam. This is a very powerful ashtakam basically. So what exactly is Kevalashtakam? It describes the glory of Harinam. Okay, how powerful is Harinam, how special is Harinam, and why should everybody chant? That is the main message conveyed through Kevalashtakam, and lot of us have all the questions. Why is Harinam so powerful? Is Harinam equal to God? Seriously, will Krishna get attracted to anybody who chants? All the questions will be answered with this bhajan. It's called Kevalashtakam. मधुरं मधुरेभ्योऽपि मङ्गलं पावनं पावनेभ्योऽपि हरिनामैव केवलम् आब्रह्मसम्भापर्यन्तं सर्वं मायामयं जगत् सत्यं सत्यं पुनः सत्यं हरिनामैव केवलम् सगुरु सपिता चापि समता बन्धवोऽपि च शिक्षायै चेत् सदा स्मर्तुं हरिनामैव केवलम् विश्वासेन हि विश्वासा तदारिभो भविष्यति कीर्तनीयामतो बाल्यात् हरिनामैव केवलम् हरि सदा वासे तत्र यत्र भागवता जना गायन्ति भक्ति भावेन हरिनामैव केवलम् आहो दुःखं महादुःखं दुःखतरं यथा पाठार्थं स्वतं राजा हरिनामैव केवलम् दीयतां कालो दीयतां वचा दीयतां नित्यं हरिनामैव केवलम् त्रीणीकृत्या जगत्सर्वं राजते सकलोपरि चिदानन्दमयं शुद्धं हरिनामैव केवलम् हरिनामैव केवलम् हरिनामैव केवलम् हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Okay, Harir Nama Eva Kevalam. Harir Nama Eva Kevalam matlab Hare Nam is the ultimate. There is nothing beyond it. There is nothing superior to it. Harir Nam, the holy name of the Lord, is everything to the mankind today. So, a translation, Madhuram Madhure Bhyobhi, right? So, Madhuram means sweet, more sweet than all the sweet things in the world, more auspicious than all these auspicious things in the world. The greatest purifier compared to all the purifiers is Harinam. Holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything. The entire universe, from exalted Brahma down to the lowly clump of grass, is a product of illusory energy, which is Maya. The only thing that is reality, Satyam Satyam Punas Satyam Harinama Eva Kevalam. The only reality, the only truth today is Harinam. Harinam is the only reality. That is everything. The person, that person who is a true preceptor, a true father, a true mother, a true friend, also only if they teach one to always remember. Okay, so if a person becomes a true father, true mother, true friend, true acharya, only if that person remembers tells you how to remember the Lord, holy name of the Lord, holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything. Otherwise, our identity has no value. There is no certainty when the last breath will come and put an abrupt halt to all other material plans. Therefore, it is wise to always practice chanting from very childhood. The holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything. Lord Hari eternally dwells in that place where true, exalted, spiritually advanced souls sing in the mode of pure devotion. So, wherever there are Bhagavatas, wherever there are devotees, there Hari, dwells, eternally dwells. And the holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything. What a sorrow, what a great sorrow, more painful than any other misery in the world. Mistaking it is a mere piece of glass, people have forgotten this jewel. People are mistaking diamond to a glass. Harinam is diamond. People are thinking it is glass. Okay, why? Because it's very simple. People don't accept simple things that easily, right? Oh, you just have to chant. Oh, I thought we need to do sacrifices, fire sacrifices, sit every day, 24 hours, sit and do anushtanas, that, this, everything people think. No, when they get something very easily, people fail to recognize its value. But that is the prescribed rule for Kali Yuga. We only have to chant. Okay, and it should be heard again and again with one's ears. It should be uttered over and over with one's voice. It should be perpetually sung and sung anew. The holy name of Lord Sri Hari is everything. It makes the entire universe seem insignificant as a blade of grass. It reigns supreme over all in the splendorous manner. It is full of eternally conscious divine ecstasy. It is supremely pure. The holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything. Okay, so Harir Nama Eva Kevalam Kalavanastyeva Gatir Anyata. There is nothing as supreme as Harinam, right? So we all have to always make it a priority to sing Harinam because that's the only savior for this yuga. And by the way, we all know, right? After we all know the symptoms of Kali Yuga, right? It's only for first 10 years that some kind of godliness will be existing in the society. Okay, after that, there is no godliness. Nobody will chant Hare Krishna. Nobody will read Bhagavatam. Nobody will read Bhagavad Gita. No temples will be there. Okay, it's only sense gratification. And also, there won't be any food available, no grains. The land will stop fructifying. The land will not give grains, and plants will not bear fruits anymore. and people will start eating one another. And in fact, there is a say, I mean, it's given in Bhagavatam, people start eating one another in on competition, because they all want food, to survive. So they go on, I mean, so they grow so passionate that they want to survive. Even if the other person is losing their life, it's fine. I want to survive. I want to, like kill a person and survive. It doesn't matter. That is the kind of stage we all reach. So only first 10,000 years, I mean, the remaining 10,000 years are the only, glorious or lightful years in Kali Yuga. After that, it's only darkness. Okay. So Kali Yuga, total 4,32,000 years of Kali Yuga is there, out of which only 5,000 years we have crossed. So you can calculate how many years are remaining. Out of lakhs, 4 lakhs of years, only 10,000 years is going to be like this. After that, it's going to be very, very horrible. And because of that attitude, even demigods will stop giving us our facilities. Rain will not be there. Okay, seasons will interchange. Climate becomes unpredictable. Nothing works. Nothing is going to be in form. Like I told you, there won't be any breed of cows anymore. No milk available. Right. Then how will people survive? Right. Life will not sustain. That's the reason people start eating and one another, and also people give birth only to eat their kids. Like there are certain species of snakes, right? They eat their own eggs or their own children. They give birth to the snakes and they eat them. There are certain breeds of lions and tigers also who do that. So even humans become that. They give birth to children only to eat them and survive. Okay, so that is the stage we are going to reach. So within these first 10 years, become devotees, take birth once more, become a pure devotee, don't give up and go back to Godhead in these 10 years itself. I mean, 10,000 years itself. After that, there won't be any chance available for us. Kalki Bhagwan will come and he will not even talk. He will just come with a sword and start killing everybody on a horse, white horse. He comes, whoever he sees, he just two swords, this side, he keeps killing and going, because we don't deserve to live anymore. That's going to be our situation. So Kalki Bhagavan is going to come only for this purpose. He knows nobody at that time, only bad people will be there on this earth. Good devotees would have already gone back to Krishna. So that is why Hari Nama Eva Kevalam, Kalau Nastyeva 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 Gatir Anta. There is no other way to chanting Harinam. There is no alternative. Harinam is the only option. There is no other option. It is the only way. We have to chant. The more we chant, the more and more we get purified, and there is more and more chances for us to go back to the Lord as fast as possible. And with that mission, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to this world, and he did not come alone. God means his devotees. He is always associated. That's why you can see Pancha tattva, right? So he came with 4 other people, soldiers, a team of soldiers, army, just to spread Krishna consciousness. And not just spreading Krishna consciousness, they gave Krishna Prem. Krishna Prem, the ultimatum of all that we are doing today. We are chanting, we are waking up in the morning, attending Mangalarti, taking up Ekadashi Vrata. We are literally praying to Krishna, right, to give us Krishna Bhakti. The essence of all that, the goal of all that is attaining love. Because we are lacking in love, we are not able to do bhakti properly. But they are giving that love for Krishna. And once we get Krishna Prem, we are not going to fall. We are not going to look back ever. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is called Namo Mahavadanyaya, right? Mahavadanyaya is the most merciful incarnation. So Pancha Tattva, general meaning of Pancha is 5, right? And Tattva are elements in Sanskrit. That's why this entire material creation is made up of the Pancha Bhutas, we say, right? The ether, air, water, fire, and earth, right? Or ether is also called as sky or the space. These are the 5 elements, Akash, Vayu, Jal, Agni, and Prithvi, which make up this material universe. And these 5 elements are the ones that make up our body also, the material body that we have. The gross material body that we are able to see, this body is made up of these 5 elements. Okay, and so that's why Pancha Tattva has a very significant place in Sanskrit terminology and in the scriptures also. All main things are sustained by Pancha tattvas. So how material existence is sustained by this 5 Pancha tattvas, the Pancha Mahabhutas, same way our spiritual existence is taken care by these 5 Pancha tattva incarnations. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Gadadhar Pandit, Advaita Acharya, and also Srivasa Acharya. Okay. And then entering into the details of it. So who are the Panchatattvas? Can anybody chant the Panchatattva mantra? Can you unmute and chant? Anybody knows the Panchatattva mantra, the mantra we chant before chanting every day? The japa? Can unmute.
Chaitanya Prabhu.
Yes, who knows? Or you can also put it in the chat.
Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasa.
Who knows? Unmute and answer. Yes, Vanaja Mataji.
Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasa Bhakti Vrinda.
Yes. Very nice.
मैं नहीं जा बोली तो नहीं जाएगी लगता। लक्ष्मी
1 moment.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasa.
Okay, very nice, all of you. So they Pancha Tattvas, as we chant Shri Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So these are the like you see in the picture, these are the 5 Pancha Tattvas. They are 5 spiritual masters and they are the expansions of the Lord himself, right? Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam, right? So it's Krishna who first comes down as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu expands himself in as these 5 Panchatattvas. Okay, Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam. Krishna is only the Panchatattvas. Bhaktavataram, Bhakta Rupa Swarupanga. Bhakta Rupa is Krishna himself who has come down in the form of devotee. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is Bhakta Rupa. Then Bhaktavataram, Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam. Swarupa is Lord Nityananda Prabhu, who is the plenary expansion of Krishna, right? Balram is Nityananda, so Balram is the plenary expansion of the Lord, right? So he is the very first expansion of Krishna is Balram, okay? And from Balram comes all the other incarnations, Vasudeva Sankarshana, all of them come from Balram. So he is Swarupa, right? Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam, Bhaktavatara is the Advaita Acharya, okay? Like you see in the picture, this person. He is a little old compared to all the other tattvas, okay? So he is Advaita Acharya, he is the Bhakta Avatara. Avatara, why? Because he is an incarnation. He is Sri Mahavishnu and Sadashiva, combined form of 2. Shiva and Vishnu's combined form. Mahavishnu and Sadashiva's combined form is Advaita Acharya, and he is the 3rd tattva. Next, Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam. Bhaktakyam is the Jiva tattva or the Srivas, the person in the red dress that you are seeing here, okay? He is Narada Muni's incarnation, okay? Srivas, he is come in the form, he is representing a normal Jiva tattva, like all us, you know, we don't have any powers, right? We are normal Jivas, we are not incarnations or anything. So he is representing a normal devotee, Jiva. He is Narada Muni's incarnation. And then we have Bhakta Shaktikam. Shaktikam is Krishna's energy incarnation. That is Radharani's incarnation. Okay, that is Gadadhar Pandit. Okay, so Gadadhar Pandit is Radharani's Rupa or incarnation who's come down. Okay, so Balram is Nityananda, Krishna is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Gadadhar Pandit is Radharani herself. Srivas is Narad Muni, Advaita Acharya is Gadadhar Pandit, and Advaita Acharya is Sri Mahavishnu and Sadashiva. Okay, so these are the 5 incarnations, tattvas. And why do we chant Panchatattva mantra? To seek their, invoke their blessings, so that we get to progress in our chanting faster, and our chanting will reach Krishna one day. Okay, if you don't pray to Panchatattvas, our chanting will no way reach Krishna, because they are the ones who gave us Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay, the Panchatattvas are the ones who has given us Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So we have to invoke their blessings before chanting. Otherwise, our chanting will not pay any reward to us. It's not going to be effective. Okay, so I offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual masters, the devotees of Lord, the Lord incarnations, plenary portions, his energies, and the primeval Lord himself, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Spiritually, there are no differences between the 5 tattvas. For the transcendental platform, everything is absolute. See, I told you, Krishna himself expands into the Panchatattvas, right? Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam. Panchatattvas are in Krishna himself. So there is no difference between the Panchatattvas. So they've joined hands, they've become one, and they are preaching us Krishna consciousness. Okay, and so who is Nitai and who is Nimai? Anybody knows? Anybody acquainted with Chaitanya Charitamrita? Who is Nitai and who is Nimai? You can put your answer in the chat also. Nobody knows who is Nitai? Yeah, I got an answer in the chat. Yes, Nitai is Nityananda Prabhu. Okay, out of love, and in short, we refer to Nityananda Prabhu as Nitai, and like we say, no, Gaura Nitai. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also referred to as Gauranga or Gaura. Okay, yeah. So Nitai is Balram or Nityananda Prabhu, and Nimai is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was called as Nimai before he took sannyas ashram. Before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas, he was referred by this name Nimai, and in their village, and his mother also, out of love, used to call him Nimai. Okay, one more reason why he was called Nimai was because he was born under a tree. We call the lemon tree, we say, no, that tree he was born under, so that's why he's also called as Nimai. So Nitai and Nimai have together come to this world as sun and moon simultaneously appearing. Can you imagine when sun and moon simultaneously appear in the sky, what happens? Anybody knows? Nobody knows? Yes, so when sun and moon simultaneously appear in the sky, there will be more brightness, more light, right? Everything will be more illuminated. There won't be any darkness, any tinge of darkness left. So in the same way, Nitai and Nimai both have appeared in this world simultaneously as sun and moon. Why? To dissipate the darkness of ignorance. Ignorance about what? God, the tamas guna that we have, right? For the godlessness that we have, all this is called ignorance. So they have both appeared, both sun and moon have appeared together to dissipate the darkness of ignorance from not just this material world, from our hearts. This ignorance is deeply rooted in our hearts, and they both of them have come to uproot that and make us conscious of Krishna, right? And praying to Panchatattvas vanquishes the obstacles of spiritual realization. Whatever obstacles we have, no, some people cannot chant, some people cannot focus, some people have no way to offer prasadam, bhog to the Lord and eat prasadam. Some people stay in PGs, some people stay alone, they cannot cook every day. So many problems, so many obstacles they have, right? So praying to Panchatattvas is the only way. It vanquishes the obstacles which we have in our spiritual realization on the path. Why? Because Guru, Vaishnava, Bhagavan. Pancha tattvas are a package. It's a power packed combination of Guru, Vaishnava, and Bhagavan. Who is Guru over here? Who is Guru? Anybody knows? Who is representing the Guru Tattva in the Pancha Tattvas? Nobody knows? Okay, no problem. It's all new, right? So, Balram, the Nityananda, Nityananda Prabhu, he's the Guru Tattva. He's the Guru. Without Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, we cannot get Krishna. We cannot get Krishna without Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, because Guru is the one who takes us to Krishna, and Nityananda represents that. Okay, and he is the Guru Tattva. And Vaishnava, Srivas is a Vaishnava. Again, Advaita Acharya is also a Vaishnava, because why? Because Advaita Acharya has it's a combined form. No, even Sadashiva is there, and Shiva is considered to be the best of the Vaishnavas. Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambho, he is the best of the Vaishnavas, best of the devotees. He represents a Vaishnava. Even Srivas, Narad Muni is the greatest devotee, right? So he is also representing a Vaishnava. So there is Vaishnava also in this, and Bhagavan finally. Bhagavan is Bhagavan and his energies. Gadadhar Pandit is Krishna's energy, Radharani, right? So Radharani is a part of Krishna. Bhagavan comes into that category, and we have Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, who is again Bhagavan, Krishna himself. So Guru, Vaishnava, Bhagavan, these are the three people we have to pray, respect, and pay obeisances to every day, so that our entire day goes well. Okay, whatever work we are doing, because we are doing work for Krishna, right? So that becomes a success. So we have to pray, do Guru Vandana, Vaishnava Vandana, and Bhagavan Vandana. Okay, when we do Panchatattva Vandana, all of these cover in that. Because they are a combination of all the three, Guru, Vaishnava, and Bhagavan. Okay, now we are individually going to learn about each of the Panchatattvas. First Tattva is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, and nobody can learn about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in like 5-10 minutes of the class. Okay, 9 volumes. Chaitanya Charitamrita is 9 volumes. Okay, and people are taking years and years. Even if they're taking years, they're not able to understand or read every detail about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and remember. Right? It's very deep, first of all. It's beyond our ability to understand, because these are spiritual sciences, right? Our material logic, material mind, unless we are purified, it's very difficult to understand something which is beyond, it's transcendental. Okay, so 9 volumes cannot be explained. Even if we take 9 years, we cannot explain Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's glories. But all we can do is learn a little bit, right? Whatever is very important, just to understand the superficial level, we can probably, we are not learning about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in detail in today's class. Okay, if you are interested, if you are, let me know. Probably before we learn about the 6 Goswamis, Shad Goswamis, we can go through the major Leelas. Only the major Leelas of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, that will take 1 class or 2 class, we can wind up. Okay, so today, who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Who knows who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He is Krishna, yes, but who is he exactly? You can unmute. Yes, he is an incarnation of Krishna. But who exactly he is? Incarnation is a very broad answer, no? Specifically, who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Anybody knows? You can unmute and answer, or put your answers in the chat. Nobody knows? We've discussed it so many times. Yeah, Radha. Someone's put Radha, incarnation of Krishna. Radha and Krishna combination. Yes, Hari Bol, Renuka Mataji. Right? Radha and Krishna together. Okay, so Krishna has come. Krishna in the form of Radha, as in the complexion. Krishna is bluish black, right? Shyamasundara. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what complexion are you seeing? Golden complexion, right? So complexion is Radha's and mood is Radha's. He's not come as God, he's come as a devotee, right? When Krishna came in Dwapar Yuga, how did he come? He came as a god. He came in his original form. He never became a devotee, right? But in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's form, he is Krishna, but he's come in the form of a devotee, that is Radharani. Yes, Hari Bol, to experience love of a devotee. Hari Bol, Renuka Mataji. Yes, okay, so he's come in the form and mood of a devotee. And when we say devotee, aradhana is devotion service. Radharani is the symbol of aradhana. She gives the meaning to the word aradhana or devotional service. So there is no better devotee in this world than Radharani, because she herself means aradhana. Okay, and in fact, some devotees say aradhana is the actual name of Radharani. In short, we call her Radha. Okay, so Aradhana means devotional service to the Lord, and she is the symbol of it. That is, she is adding meaning, giving life to that word, devotional service. So, no better, there cannot be any better devotee than Radharani. So, definitely, when he wanted to come as devotee, he will definitely choose the best of the devotees, that is Radharani. Okay, and that is the reason he came. Why? So externally he came to spread Harinam, Sankirtan, everything. Yes, but the main reason, as Renuka Mataji has cited, it is to experience what happiness a devotee gets. Right? So what happened? Radha used to serve him, right? In Vrindavan, all the gopis used to serve him. They used to give him makhan. They used to, dance with him. They used to sing with him. They used to play with him, right? All the devotees there. So Krishna was like, everybody is serving me so intently, so curiously. They want to serve me. It's like they have such a strong desire to serve me. Why? Why was his question? Because when they serve me, yes, it makes me happy. I am very happy about it. It gives me a lot of happiness. Yes, but when they serve me, I'm seeing them more happier. That was his mindset. When Radha used to serve him, Radha used to be more happier than Krishna. When Yashoda used to serve him, Yashoda used to be happier than Krishna. Right? So Krishna was like, what is this magic? How can this be possible? When somebody gives service to you, you should be happy, right? But the person who is serving is becoming more happy. Why? What is the secret behind it? He was so curious to know that. Okay, they were 10 million times happier than Krishna by giving service to Krishna. So that was his main, intention. Why? How? Right? So then he understood. Okay, I cannot understand this unless I become a devotee. Right? So only a devotee can understand the happiness another devotee gets. God cannot understand. So that's why he was like, okay, I need to go to this world and in the form of a devotee and then understand why Radha is feeling more pleasure than me, right? So that's why internally these are the reasons. That's why he came in the form of a devotee. Okay, and anybody knows who you're seeing in this picture? Who is this person sitting here? And what form did he see? Who is this person? Anybody knows? Nobody knows? Okay, he is Ramananda Rai. Okay, he's Arjuna basically. In Krishna Leela, he came as Arjuna. In Chaitanya Leela, he has come as Ramananda Rai. Okay, no, not Nityananda. He is Ramananda Rai. So he is Arjuna basically in Krishna Leela. So he is come in the form of Ramananda Rai in Chaitanya Leela. Okay, so he was, they both Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai were sitting and discussing Krishna bhakti, how one can progress in Krishna bhakti. What is that major ingredient needed to progress in Krishna bhakti? They were discussing. So that time, what happened? He was going on and see, like we can see, no, in in Krishna Leela, Krishna spoke, Arjuna heard, right? Bhagavad Gita. But in Chaitanya Leela, Arjuna is speaking, and Krishna is hearing. Ramananda is speaking, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is hearing. Okay, just to have this kind of contrast. Okay, so Arjuna was going on and on and on, and Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was listening. Then suddenly, Ramananda Rai saw this form that you are seeing in the picture. Radha and Krishna, both of them came. Okay, from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, both Radha and Krishna came out. And then that was for a moment. And then Ramananda Rai stopped and was like, who are you? Seriously, who are you? Right? And then I really saw Radha and Krishna both. That means you are both combined form. I know. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was like, no, just for a second, no, maybe you got hallucinated. Nothing like that happened. I'm a devotee of Krishna. So that's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told. So Ramananda Rai was like, then got confirmation. No, he is Krishna and Radha in combined. So he is the supreme personality of Godhead. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Krishna himself. Okay, he got that conclusion. So this is another proof to say that Radha Krishna nahi anya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya and Radha Krishna nahi anya, right? Both of them together make Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, let's get into it now. Yeah, so why is Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself Krishna? There are so many quotations from the Shastras. I've just picked two because we need to proceed, right? So I've just picked two of them. It's given in Bhagavatam, it's given in so many Puranas, even in Vishnu Sahasranama, right? Vishnu Sahasranama is 1,000 names of Vishnu. If Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, his name also should be there in Vishnu Sahasranama, right? So illustration is there, no? Suvarna Varna Hemango, Varangas Chandanangadi, Sanyasa Krit Chamashanto, Nishta Shanti Parayanaha. Right? So Suvarna Varna Hemango. So he comes in, Suvarna is golden complexion. Okay? Everywhere Krishna and Vishnu, they don't have a golden complexion. Shamasundara form, Mega Sham, right? Clouds color, that is what they are. But Suvarna Varna, first time Krishna is coming in the form of Suvarna Varna, in the golden complexion. Hemango, Varangas, Chandanangadi. Varangas means beautiful limbs, beautiful body. He's very beautiful because Radha is very beautiful. He's come in Radha's form. So Radha is more beautiful than Krishna himself. So he should be more beautiful, right? Because he's come in Radha's form. And he appears to be a householder in the initial form of his pastimes, in the initial part of his life. But later on, he takes sannyas and also Chandanangada. He's always smeared his body with chandana, that is the sandalwood pulp. Okay, and he takes sannyas, and he after he takes sannyas, what is he going to become? He's going to become equipoised, and he's going to become very peaceful, and he's going to be the highest resort for all of us, for all the devotees. He is going to be the resort of peace and devotion. And peace and devotion, that means he's going to give us Krishna prema, Krishna bhakti, and he silences the impersonalist non-devotees. Okay, he's come to abolish this concept of mayavadism, shunyavadism, the impersonalism. The people, there are a lot of people who say Krishna has no form, it's just light, right? All this concept people are coming up with. So he's come to shut their mouth, abolish these concepts completely. There's one more illustration in Bhagavatam also, which says, Krishnavarnam Tvisha Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshidam Yajna Sankirtana Prayar Yajantihi Sumedashaha, right? So it's a very famous shloka. Krishnavarnam Tvisha Akrishnam. Tvisha is complexion. Krishna, Varnam is Tvisha Akrishnam. He is Krishna himself, but Varnam is Tvisha Akrishnam. Akrishnam Varna. He is Krishna, but Varnam is Akrishna. That means not black. Krishna is black, right? Not black. He's come in golden complexion. Sango Pangastra Parshidam, with arms. Who are his weapons? The Pancha tattvas, no? All the devotees that he's come with. They are going to give him the strength to spread Harinam. And his only weapon is, in fact, people say he has a lot of weapons. One is his beauty. People see him and they want to, they get attracted. Krishna is all attractive, right? The other weapon is Harinam itself, right? And the other weapon is the compassion he has on non-devotees, giving Krishna Prem free of cost, just like that he's distributing Krishna Prem, right? And can you imagine? And although his complexion is not blackish, he's Krishna himself. And Yajantihi Sumedashaha, so people who are intelligent, Sumeda, only intelligent people worship him. Okay. Yajanti and Yajna Sankirtana Prayar. He is the one who performs Sankirtana, this congregational chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Only intelligent people worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even today, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if you discuss in public, nobody knows Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna. Some people, apart from Bengalis, don't even know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exists. They don't even know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I'm hearing this name for the first time. Who is he? They ask, right? Because he's Channa avatar. He's the Gupta avatar. He never comes and said. He never said to anybody he's Krishna, right? He said, I'm a devotee. I'm a devotee. So that means what it is? He's secret incarnation. Only eligible people, passionate about Krishna Bhakti, deserving candidates get Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. Only they get to know about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Only they are given this opportunity to worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, so we are all intelligent. We all, have that punya. So that's why in our account, that's why we are able to worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So now we need to understand that we have to make complete use of this opportunity. When some people don't even know about him, we know him, right? We know about him. We know that he is Krishna. We know he is going to give us Krishna prem. So at least have small picture of Pancha Tattvas in your altar, okay, or probably in your working place or somewhere. Constantly pray to Pancha Tattvas. Okay, they are our resorts. Other than them, nobody can help. If you want Krishna, you have to go through Pancha Tattvas. Krishna will not even recognize you otherwise. He will not take you, okay? Because there is a system, to approach. Maybe you want to approach your CEO. You cannot go to your CEO directly, right? You have to first approach your manager, then your general manager, departmental manager. So many managers are there we need to go through, right? Same way, we have to go through his devotees, acharyas, spiritual masters. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in the form of a devotee as a spiritual master. Now, the spiritual master. Yes, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Bij, right? Guru and Krishna are the ones who is going to give us Krishna Bhakti. They are the ones who is going to sow the seed of Krishna Bhakti in our hearts and help us nurture it. Okay. If we chant the Panchatattva mantra, we'll do Panchatattva mantra. Yes, yes. See, you have to chant Panchatattva mantra, but you have to always worship the forms of Panchatattva. That's very important. Okay, if you don't have the opportunity to take a photo and keep physically, at least every day in your phone, download the photo and keep. Okay, and look at and look at that photo at least. The forms are very important. Why did he come in such a beautiful form, right? Golden complexioned form, so that we get attracted to Panchatattvas. That is very important. And yes, chanting Panchatattva mantra and chanting Harinam is very important. I think last class we discussed, right? You cannot worship Radha Krishna without initiation. Okay, but we can always worship Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, we can worship the deities. Worship as in the deity worship I'm talking about. The physical deity worship, not any other kind of worship. You can always worship in any other form. But deities, physical deities, keeping it in your house, altar and worshipping, we are not eligible for Radha Krishna. We are eligible only for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu. Get the deities if possible, worship them. Because if you worship them, you get instantly Krishna prem. Instantly you get initiated. Instantly everything becomes a cakewalk in your life. Trust me, I'm not joking. Everything becomes a cakewalk. Right, once upon a time, Krishna Bhakti was a star in the sky, right? Krishna was a star in the sky. But now it's very easy. It becomes very easy for you because they give you Krishna prem, and Krishna will come to you automatically. Okay, and there is no rules and regulations to worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu. There is absolutely no rules and regulations. You don't have to prepare heavy bhoga, nothing like that. You can just offer dry fruits, milk and all that, and he will be satisfied. Okay, all that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu looks for is, are you chanting your japa or not? Hare Krishna Mahamantra, are you chanting or not? That's all they see. Okay, if you're chanting, you get Krishna prem. If you don't chant, you will not get Krishna prem. Okay, so it's like a catalyst, deity worship. Worshipping the deities of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu at your house is a catalyst. Okay, but Harinam is the only, that we just saw, Harinama Eva Kevalam. Japa is the only solution. Yes, all the other things that we are doing is a catalyst. Okay, which speeds up the process. And so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's name was Vishwambar. Okay, Nimai, he has got so many names, out of which Vishwambar was his name. His parents named him, and when he was born, before initiation. After Sannyas Diksha, his name became Krishna Chaitanya. From Vishwambar, it became Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Okay, so he is the combined avatar of Radha and Krishna. We already saw this. And Chaitanya, we have to, if we have to look at the meanings of each and every word, Chaitanya means consciousness. Okay, Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna's energy, right? Radharani is Krishna's energy. Krishna's energy, Krishna's Shakti is Radharani, and energy is always consciousness. Okay, that is one way you can again proves that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radharani and Krishna together. And Maha means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. No, Maha is great and Prabhu is the Lord. If you see every other person in the Pancha Tattvas, we call them Prabhu. Srivas Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Gadadhar Pandit, Nityananda Prabhu. Right? We never call them Mahaprabhu. It's only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu we say Mahaprabhu, right? Because Mahaprabhu means the Lord himself, Krishna himself. Okay, and the loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. Like I already said, who is Radharani? Anybody knows? Who is Radharani? She is Krishna's energy. Yes. What kind of energy is she? That energy has a name. Anybody knows? People who read Bhagavatam will understand this. There are so many different kinds of energies, no? 3 energies of Lord. And who is Radharani? What kind of energy is she? Yes, Haribol, Ananda, pleasure potency, internal potency. Yes, but internal potency is again, Krishna has 3 kinds of energy. Okay, Samvit, Sandhini, and Hladini. Okay, Samvit is the Satchidananda, right? He is Satchidananda Vigraha. So Sandhini potency is the existential potency of the Lord. The Lord exists with that potency called Sandhini. Sat means existence. Then Satchidananda, right? Chid is the knowledge factor. That knowledge factor is coming from the Samvit potency of the Lord. Then comes the Ananda factor, right? The Ananda factor comes from the Hladini potency of the Lord. Ananda means pleasure, happiness, right? So Hladini Shakti is Radharani. The name, so Radharani, so energies also have forms, they are also individuals, okay? Krishna possesses them, but when the energy comes out, they get a form. And when Hladini Shakti came out from the Lord, it was Radharani. So she is Radharani herself, okay? She is the Hladini potency of the Lord, the pleasure potency, Hladini Shakti, who is inside the Lord, okay? So many people have this question, why Radha Krishna are not married? So Krishna says, how can I marry myself? Can you get married to your own self? It's impossible, right? How can you get married to your own self, right? So it's Radharani is Krishna's internal potency. That means that energy is inside Krishna. It has come out. She has come out, display what pleasure means, to teach all of us how to give pleasure to Krishna. Okay, so because as devotees, our only job is to give pleasure to Krishna, but nobody knows how, right? So to teach us, Krishna brought her out. Krishna was like, you come out. People are not understanding how to give pleasure, so you come out. And so she came out and she started giving pleasure to Krishna. So he is the one who brought her out. Okay, otherwise they are one and the same. Radha Krishna. That's why Radha Krishna is always one. Okay, because it's internal potency. That potency is inside Krishna. She has come out for a purpose. Okay, for pastimes purpose. And that's why Radharani is given. I mean, she is considered to be the part of Krishna, devotee, the greatest devotee of Krishna, and Krishna gets the ultimate pleasure from Radharani. Nobody can give him the pleasure, the level of pleasure that Radha gives him. All of us, whatever pleasure we give, it's very minute, minuscule when it comes to Radharani's pleasure, because Radharani itself means pleasure, no? Pleasure potency. She is the one who is giving him pleasure. When Radharani's grace falls upon us, that pleasure falls upon us, that then we will also understand how to give pleasure to Krishna, right? That's the reason we have to pray to Radha if you want to serve Krishna. Serving Krishna means giving pleasure to him. Okay, I know a lot of people have different interpretations, complicated understanding about serving. This word serving, it's very simple. Serving means giving pleasure to somebody. You say, no, I served my mother. That means what? Because you served your mother was happy, right? She got some kind of support, happiness because you served her. So ultimate meaning of service is to give happiness, to give pleasure to that person. And serving Krishna means giving pleasure to Krishna. How do we give pleasure? Only when Radharani's mercy falls upon us. Only when Radharani's mercy falls upon us, that pleasure or service that we are doing to Krishna will reach Krishna. Okay, so if otherwise Radharani's mercy is not there, all the service we are doing to Krishna is not giving pleasure to Krishna, right? Because he's immersed in the transcendental pleasure that Radha is giving him eternally, always, not even a moment pause is there. Continuously he's getting pleasure from Radharani. But if he has to, if our pleasure needs to, our service needs to reach him and give him pleasure, Radha's mercy has to be there. So we have to first pray to Radha, then Radha will take us to Krishna. If Radha recommends a devotee, Krishna can never say no. Krishna can never say no. Whoever Radha points and says, yeah, you can take her, she is a devotee. You can take him, he is a devotee. Then Krishna is like, yeah, you are telling? I don't have to see anything. I will take. And you will go back to Goloka if Radha recommends. That's why we have to always, our main goal is to please Radharani. So Krishna will automatically be pleased. Okay. So that's why this point is there. No? Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, they separated themselves eternally. So Krishna was like, you come out and remain like a separate identity so that people will understand how to give pleasure. And people will be able to give pleasure because Radharani can bless. Right? That is the reason Radharani came out from Krishna. Otherwise, they are just one single identity. Okay. I bow down to him who has manifested himself with the sentiment and complexion of Srimati Radharani, although he is Krishna himself. Right? And so this was about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There's more to it. Okay. This internal reasons we already discussed, right? Why did Krishna come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? We all know the external reasons. He came to give us Harina Sankirtan movement. He inaugurated, right? He came because Advaita Acharya prayed for him. He came because there was no godliness anywhere. It was all godless. So he came to establish that godliness once again. He came to give us Krishna Prem. All these are there, but these are external reasons, okay? Internally, why he wanted to desperately come was to understand how Radharani felt when she was serving him. Because he literally saw her feeling 10 million times more joy, more happy. He was astonished. How can this happen? If she is serving me, I should be happy. She is more happy. How? Right? And so that means, and Krishna was pleased when Radharani served him. That much level of pleasure he never got when other devotees served him, right? Even when gopis served, Radharani is considered the chief among the gopis, right? Chief gopi is Radharani, the best among the gopis. So obviously the pleasure she gives is better than the pleasure other gopis are giving him, right? So that means if she is able to serve me so much, give me so much pleasure, she should be having some kind of special qualities, right? What are those qualities? He was curious to know. Okay. First reason, he wanted to taste the happiness or joy felt by Radharani. Second reason, he wanted to understand the wonderful qualities of Radharani. Third reason, he wanted to understand his own sweetness. Krishna is very sweet, right? Everybody is coming and serving him. He's like, why is everybody coming and serving me? What is so special about me? He did not know what is special about Krishna himself. He was like, what is so sweet about me? What is it that is making me very sweet? What is my quality? So he wanted to understand his own quality. So 3 reasons: understanding the happiness felt by Radharani, or tasting the happiness or bliss felt by Radharani, understanding the qualities of Radharani, understanding his own qualities. These are the 3 reasons why Krishna came in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Internal reasons, the very heavy reasons. Okay. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the source of energy, okay, for all his devotees. He is the source of energy for all his devotees. And he is Mahavadanyavatar, merciful, the most merciful incarnation. That's why we chant. I would suggest you all to learn this mantra by heart. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate, Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurat Vishe Namaha. Right? Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. The more and more times you chant this, he has no option. He has to give you Krishna Prem, right? Krishna Prema Pradayate. You're telling him, you are the one who gives me Krishna Prem. You are the one who gives me Krishna Prem. When you consistently tell this, what happens? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will be like, this person is constantly asking me for Krishna Prem. I need to give him, right? So you are stating the fact, you are the one who gives Krishna Prem multiple times with the shloka, then Krishna has no choice. He will give you Krishna Prem. So constantly chant this mantra. This is the mantra we also chant during Bhoga offering. Right? When we offer bhoga to the Lord, this is one of the mantras we chant. Very powerful mantra, which gives us, I will send this mantra in WhatsApp, okay, group, because this mantra is, I mean, typing Sanskrit is very difficult. We need to use the superscripts, subscripts, and all that. So I will send it to you on WhatsApp. And then he does not consider the offenses of fallen souls. In order to take the full benefit of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we must first take the shelter of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yes? Thank you, somebody posted. Yes, thank you, Prabhu. Now, what does this mean? He does not take the offenses. Like I already told you, he does not see how much deity worship you're doing, right? But Radha Krishna see all this. The level of standard is high for Radha Krishna, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not see all that. Okay, he doesn't say, okay, these rules and regulations are not applicable to chant, right? You don't have to take bath and chant. You don't have to you can eat and chant. You can eat before chanting. You can eat after chanting. There is no regulations at all to chant, right? You can chant in a marketplace. You can chant in a bus. You can chant in a car. You can do whatever you're doing. You can chant, right? So chanting has no regulations. Chanting has no regulations, rules and regulations. You can chant anywhere, anyhow, in whichever condition you are, right? That why? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not take offenses. He's made it very easy for all of us, so that we can take full benefits of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That is the reason we chant Panchatattva mantra before chanting. If you don't chant Panchatattva mantra before your japa, before every round of japa that you do, if you don't chant Panchatattva mantra, you're chanting the offenses you do while chanting. You might be thinking, you might not be focusing. All of us get thoughts. Nobody can come forward and say, I have chanted with focus. Everybody get 1 million thoughts when chanting, right? We cannot control thoughts, really. All of us need to accept this. But that is an offense. We can't do that, right? If you don't chant Panchatattva mantra, Krishna is going to see that offense. He is going to see and record that offense, and he will not consider your chanting. Because you have chanted with offenses. You've been thinking, so many thoughts are there in your mind. Maybe you are sitting in a very, dirty place. Maybe you are in a mall, you are in a market, or maybe you are sitting on the bed and chanting. All that is not allowed. Maybe you are sleeping and chanting. All those are all offenses. Krishna will see them if you don't chant Panchatattva mantra. If you chant Panchatattva mantra, Panchatattvas are going to filter those offenses and send only your pure chanting to Krishna, so that it reaches him. Okay, this is the power of chanting Panchatattva mantra. You are going to be free from offenses, and your offenses will not be recorded, and you will get the complete result of chanting Hare Krishna japa rounds. Okay, this is the main reason. That's why we have to chant Panchatattva mantra. Otherwise, there is no way we can improve in our chanting. No way. Okay, no way we can advance in our spiritual life. We must always, that's why see this, we must first take the shelter of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then only everything else. Okay, yeah. So next class we will see Nityananda Prabhu's mercies, glories, and any questions? Yeah, I had got a question in the beginning. Oh yeah, by the way, last class somebody asked, right? The manjaris, details about the manjaris. So basically there are 18 manjaris. Okay, so it's mentioned in Gunodesha Depika, if I'm not wrong. It's written by Rupa Goswami. So he mentions in that there are in total 18 manjaris. Okay, in total there are 18 manjaris, but only Ashta manjaris we say. Predominantly there are 8 manjaris which we consider to be predominant. Like acharyas. Now there are so many acharyas, but we take only the predominant acharyas coming in our parampara and we learn about them. Same way, we consider only 8 predominant manjaris, and in that, the Shad Goswamis, we consider them to be the topmost manjaris in these 8 manjaris. Okay, the Shad Goswamis, because all the 6 Goswamis are manjaris themselves, right? Rupa Goswami is Rupa Manjari, Sanatan Goswami is Lavanga Manjari, right? Raghunath Das Goswami is Rati Manjari, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami is Raga Manjari, and Gopal Bhatt Goswami is Guna Manjari, right? And these are the 6 Goswamis who are the topmost manjaris. And after that, the next 2 manjaris, Loknath Goswami, who is Manjula Manjari, and Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is also a manjari, who is the author of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he is also a manjari. He is called Kasturi Manjari. And then Jiva Goswami is Vilasa Manjari. So these are the 8 most predominant manjaris we consider, but there are 18 manjaris in total. Okay, and this information is very confidential. It's not available anywhere, because manjaris is very deep. No, everybody first focus is always Radha Krishna. Nobody gets into the deep depth of it. So these are very confidential details given to us by the manjaris themselves. Rupa Goswami is a manjari who gave us these details in Gunodesha Deepika. Okay, so only devotees who are going into the deep depth, going in depth about shastras, I think only they research so much, and they are curious to know all of this. Very nice question, we all got to learn. And somebody asked me a question in the beginning of the class. Now I don't know where that question is. Yeah, Mataji, are there 3 stages in Kali Yuga so that we can reflect and teach our kids? See, I don't know about the 3 stages. I'm not sure about it, but all I know is first 500 years of Kali Yuga, that's when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. I mean, in the first, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come and gone. It's been 500 years. Okay, and when he came, if you see, Advaita Acharya was praying for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to come. Main reason was godlessness. There was no godliness even in the beginning of Kali Yuga. Okay, because there was godlessness, he called Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to come, right? And he came and he taught, he gave us the teachings, and he went back. After he went back, again there was godlessness, right? That is the reason Bhakti Vinoda Thakur had to come and re-establish the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They were misinterpreted, they were wrongly interpreted, right? Now Bhakti Vinoda Thakur has come, re-established the teachings, and those are the teachings we are all following about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now, this is going to last only for 10,000 years, is what we learn from Srimad Bhagavatam, from what we learn from Prabhupada, okay? So these teachings are again going to last, as in Hare Krishna Mahamantra will be in action. People will be chanting only for the next 10,000 years. After that, 4,32,000 years minus 10,000, those many remaining years, Yuga is going to be like an animalistic Yuga, okay? People are going to eat each other. What more do you want? I mean, what more bad things do we want to happen? I'm going to eat you, you are going to eat me, right? No grains. Plants will stop bearing fruits. Cows will stop giving milk. First of all, cows will not be there only. So this is going to be the situation of Kali Yuga after 10,000 years. So the chance that we have is these 10,000 years. Okay, after that, nobody will read Bhagavatam, nobody will read Bhagavad Gita. So we are going to live like them if we are going to take birth after 10,000 years. And if we are going to take birth after 10,000 years, that means we've still not got delivered. We've still not taken up chanting seriously. We've still not become devotees. Otherwise, in these 10,000 years, we should be able to reach God, Goloka, as fast as possible by taking our chanting seriously. That's why Krishna made it so simple, no? So simple. You don't have to do fire sacrifices, right? You don't have to do anything big. Just chant. Just chant. That's all. And any other questions? Any other questions? Please put it in the chat, or you can unmute and ask your question. We will be learning about probably Nityananda Prabhu tomorrow. I mean, next class, and the other Pancha tattvas. No questions? Okay, if you have no questions, we can end the session. Okay, please join all of you. So next class will be regular, as in 5:30 batch devotees can attend at 5:30 and 7 o'clock students. I mean devotees can attend at 7 o'clock. Okay. Sorry, do we have to chant Panchatattva mantra only for japa? No, you can chant it anytime. When we do Mangalacharan, we chant, right? We chant Panchatattva even while doing Mangalacharan. When you're doing anything, any auspicious work, making that auspicious, you have to chant Panchatattva mantra. Okay, if you want that work to reach Krishna, if you want to make that work auspicious and please the Lord, it's always good you chant Panchatattva mantra and Hare Krishna Mahamantra and then begin your work. Okay, first is Guru mantra, of course. Prabhupada's pranam mantra, right? Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale. All that we need to chant. And okay, what is the meaning of Hare? Hare is Radharani, Krishna's energy. Okay, energy of Krishna, who is going to give you Krishna, is the significance of Hare. Okay, that energy is which is going to give us Krishna is Radharani, of course. So that's why Hare represents Radharani. Okay, can you also share Guru mantra? Okay, I will share the Mangalacharan itself. Okay, so Guru mantra is Ajnanatimiram Dasya Jnananjan Shalakaya. That mantra you have to chant, then Prabhupada's mantra, then Panchatattva mantra, then Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay, I will share all these details in the WhatsApp. Or Prabhuji, if you can share, it will be very nice. Giridhar Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji, I will do that.
Okay, Hare Krishna. You can share it in the WhatsApp group. Even Namo Mahavadanyaya mantra somebody had asked. They might lose if we share it in the Zoom chat. But if we share it in the group, they will have access to it. Okay. Yes. No more questions? Then we can end.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananda Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Please join.